I got sent some of the prettiest dice made from some of the weirdest materials from a company called Dice Nest. From wooden dice to glass dice to gemstone dice to dice that are supposed to glow orange when you shine a UV light on them. So let's take a look. Some of this footage is taken from a live stream. Follow me on Twitch. Not all of these are D&D dice. 6 of them are. Then there's the Call of Cthulhu book. And then there is these, which, as you can see, maple leaf dice. And these are all D6s. There they are. So we have, and some really nice ones as well. But yeah, look how nice and sparkly that is. And then each one is a different like design. Material almost. I think the vibe of a lot of these dice are that they are more collector's edition than legitimate like dice you would use. Now, these maple leaf dice are actually made from 10 different types of natural gemstones and semi-precious stones. So it's kind of a variety pack to show off a ton of cool materials. The whole maple leaf thing is supposed to evoke a sense of nature's power and tranquility, but it means a lot more to me because it was not too long ago that I became a Canadian citizen after many years of trying. So the maple leaf holds a very special place in my heart. It is a shame they're only D6s though. I would have loved if these were, say, D20s or a full set of dice. But there's something to be said about the simplicity of the shape of the D6. So these are, I would say, my least favorite of the bunch. It's got a sparkle to it, which is, they're very nice to look at. They're easy to read, which is really cool. And then the rest of the set is all very similar. So what are you guys thinking for these? I know what's coming because I've looked at these and I think this is a solid 7 out of 10. So this is the Dreamlight dice set. And they're actually made from glass, or at least as the website says, through glass craftsmanship. And yeah, there's not much else to say about them. They're cool. On to the next. We have these bad boys. Now these are really nice. I don't think the camera does them justice, to be honest. These are these are, how do you say that? Agate dice? Agate dice? They're known as spectrum dice, made from agate stones. Okay, so it's officially pronounced agate. I'm just an idiot. Readability, not as good on these ones, actually. I mean, they're fine. It's still readable, but I think it's like the shine of the stone makes it harder to see at a distance. But I would probably give these 7.5 out of 10. If we're giving the last ones a 7 out of 10, then I think these would be a 7.5. But coming back after the stream, I actually like these much better than I thought I did. There's a vibe to them where they kind of look different every time I look at them, and I dig that. All right, next up, we have these beautiful, I think they're gemstone dice. These are really nice. I feel like, where's my phone? Hold on. I feel like the lighting is doing them a disjustice here. Yeah, these are really nice. And once again, surprisingly easy to read. So it's like yellow and green. So these are known as the Dragon Flame dice set and are made from the Green Cat's Eye gemstone. This stone is used a lot in like the mystical world side of things, and it's said to bring good fortune. And the way the light reflects off it is supposed to look like a cat's pupil. And I can kind of see it. Okay, now we're getting into some good stuff. These guys are wood. This is made of wood. And I love it. This might actually be the dice I use from now on. They're so light. And I've discovered this about myself recently in the past few videos. Whenever I touch light dice, I'm like, I really like that. I much prefer really light dice than heavy dice. I understand why some people like heavy dice. It's got a thud, it goes boom, boom, boom. But there's something about just like feeling light as air when I roll it. That's so nice. These ones are damn nice. And I think these have to be what did we give the last one? 7.5? I mean, these are 100% an 8, maybe an 8.5. Yeah, I've got a lot of time for these ones. A lot of time. How do they do with a hammer test? Not with these dice. So these dice have actually gone through a process making it more resistant to moisture and deformation. Resin is actually deeply infused into the wood to make them more sturdy. And then the whole thing is polished like you would jewelry. So because of this, it feels like incredibly high quality wood, and it's going to stand the test of time. Hopefully. So these are very interesting. And in fact, before we dive into this, we should talk about what these are supposed to do. Yeah, they're supposed to be sci-fi dice, and they are these Flame Star solar themed dice. And I'd never seen or heard of anything like this. The situation is that they come with a UV flashlight, or they sent one with these for me at least. And when you shine the UV light on them, they glow orange. At least that's what this seems to suggest. So here's the UV light. That, to me, And to my eyes, I'm seeing purple or pink. That's what I'm seeing. Oh yeah, maybe I'm too close to it. So it definitely does something. I think it's the angle, yeah. But it's definitely not like as easy as I thought it would be. Let's try just the D6. So I should say from my point of view, it's glowing. It is glowing pink, purpley. But it's hard because if I get too close, the camera doesn't pick it up at all. So this is actually crafted from something known as natural firestone, apparently, though I cannot find much more info about that online. But as it turns out, there are a lot of rocks in nature that glow under a UV light. And the UV light does work. It does reflect on the surface, making it look like it glows, though it doesn't pick up on camera very well. And for me, it is more of a pinky purple, sometimes orange, rather than orange. So results may vary. It may be that the blue light of this UV light is just too strong and is affecting it, or my natural lighting is causing issues too. It is still very cool though. Not so much as a rollable dice, but just as a weird collector's edition. I don't own any dice like this. These are prism dice, which, oh my God, look at them. They are gorgeous. The thing about these are, they are surprisingly easy to read. Like, the camera again might not be doing it justice, but normally with dice like this, it's hard to like keep the font easy and legible. But these have it. Druid Circle of the Stars subclass. I think you just nailed it in one go. I think absolutely some kind of celestial type dice. Gasp, they look insane. They feel nice. I wouldn't put the hammer test on these guys. I don't think they would do very well against a hammer. But yeah, I've got a lot of time for this. So these are crafted from K9 prismatic glass, giving it a crystal-like texture. And this is enhanced by the fact that it has been cut to mirror something like a diamond. So light shines through it in the most amazing way. And now these are, I think, by far the best looking dice I own. I'm maybe just not gonna try the hammer test on them. This is where, if anyone does have any information about Call of Cthulhu, this is the time to come out your shell and help me out. It's not actually a book, it is a holder. And you can see here, this beautifully sealed envelope has some paper in it. And this is where I don't know anything about Cthulhu, because this has information about, I guess, different monsters in the game. The Elder Thing, Haster, Abhoth, the Colour, Cthulhu, Dole, and Moon Beast. I guess it just tells you a little bit about each thing. And then inside the holder, we have these coins. And these are, I guess, supposedly dice. Because if I pull one out, like I'll pull out the Moon Beast. You guys can get a look at that. And there's numbers around the side here. Oh, roll a sanity check. Those are nice. I just don't know how you roll them. Do you spin them? Hold on. Let me see what it says in the information here I got. The operation of the coin dice is achieved through modular design. We have enhanced the center point at the bottom of the coin, allowing it to rest on the table smoothly like a top without compromising the integrity of the design. By pressing down with a finger, the coin comes to a stop, and the number facing the finger indicates the dice results. So, like, I spin it? Is that what it's asking? Oh, and then I put my finger down wherever it lands on is the one it is. So I got a 7. And then each thing represents a different creature in the Cthulhu universe, I guess. So that's the Moon Beast. We have the Colour, which is this spider one. And then on the back of each one is, I think it's the same. It's like a Captain Arthur's Diary, The Secrets of Cthulhu. These coins are nice to hold though. Okay, well, I've been meaning to try Call of Cthulhu, so now I've got another extra reason. Guys, if you enjoyed this video in any way, shape or form, I suggest checking out this video next. It is a video where I sit my wife down and make her guess the names of D&D monsters. It was a lot of fun to film, and my wife would really appreciate it if you went and checked it out. Thanks for watching.